I play rugby union, and after the games we like to chill, hang out, see how things are going. And I guess this night we were sitting around a little camp fire in the backyard of one of the teammates' place, and yeah, you just chat about life with how things are going, and they know that I'm a Christian, and so a little bit kind of curious, I guess, as to how I made that decision or how other things have been impacted because of that decision. And it's interesting because I love the stars and being able to see how big God is. So that was part of the conversation with how big God is. So at one point, one of the guys started asking some really intense questions and personal questions. And I could see kind of, yeah, the lady with us kind of seeing how I would respond. And yeah, whether things could get a bit ugly, but didn't. Yeah, Yaki was able to get in another part of the conversation, which really added in to the whole group around the fire, which made it really interesting. So I'll let Yaku continue the story from here.
Yeah, so I was around the campfire as well, chatting to one of the girlfriends of one of the rugby players, and yeah, she was a uni student, so we're talking about archaeology, all that kind of stuff, and yeah, just enjoying a conversation. But yeah, I could hear Jess in the background having a good conversation with one of the rugby guys we've been with for a couple of years. And yeah, he's been through rough times, but yeah, he was back with us, so it was good. And then yeah, what happened was at one part of the conversation, he just said, yeah, well, I'm too bad to go to heaven. And at that point, my ears pricked up, and so I just turned to that conversation and pretty much said, well, the Bible teaches that only bad people go to heaven. And all of a sudden, the whole campfire stopped and looked straight at me. And so, like, it's probably only about 5 seconds of silence, but it felt like a minute of me trying to compose my thoughts. Like, well, everyone's looking at me now. How do I go from this? Everyone said, well, only bad people go to heaven. Yeah, through that I was able to share all of the gospel, what Jesus has done, not just to the 2-3 people that Jess was talking to, or the one person I was talking to, but probably about 12-13 people that were sitting around the campfire, all of a sudden listening to, well, why does bad people go to heaven? Like, that's not something they've heard before. Yeah, God loved us, and because we messed up, we are bad. Like, we're not perfect, and once we're not perfect in God's eyes, we are bad people, like, because we messed up. But that's why Jesus came. So once we realize we're bad, we realize we need a savior, and so yeah. So I was able to share that with the whole group around the campfire, and yeah, so since then we've had a little bit of gospel or spiritual chats with quite a few people, and yeah, it's amazing what one overheard sentence in a different conversation can do to share the gospel with multiple people.